Let me begin by saying welcome to cricket in the USA, Unmukt.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to the cricket in the US.
Alrighty, so I know it's just been one weekend of action for you so far, but how have you been finding it with your new team here in the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship?
Well, it's good here. I've spent some time in the US now. It's been like 3 months in the US, and with these boys, probably 2-3 weeks we train together, and it's nice. It's coming on really well. The boys are really good. The management is good, so we're having a very good time together, and it's good that we've been winning the matches as well. We have already won 4 out of 5, and last 2 victories have been like superb. So it's good that the team is doing well. The boys are gelling well together nicely, and it's good to be now being a part of the Silicon Valley Strikers.
Well, that is good to hear. So before I get to my next question, out of curiosity, because I was asking you off camera before we started, how good are you at cricket trivia?
I don't know. I like the trivia though.
All right, so your first trivia question is, which cricketer hit a 6 off the first ball of a test match? Is it A, Virender Sehwag, B, David Warner, or C, Chris Gayle?
I think I should go with Virender Sehwag.
Virender Sehwag.
Am I right? I hope I'm right. No?
Unfortunately, you're wrong. It was Chris Gayle.
Did he?
Yes, it was Chris Gayle in 2012 versus Bangladesh.
Maybe because you're from Barbados.
Aha.
And close neighbors of Chris. That's you had this question for me, huh? Why was that? It was Virender Sehwag who set the tone for this.
But yes, 2012, which coincidentally was the year that you won the Under-19 World Cup with India. When you think back to that time, you think about the decision that you're making now. Some might consider it to be a life-changing decision. Is there any fear or doubts that you're having right now?
Well, to be very honest, before taking this decision, I was obviously thinking into both. Obviously, it was a $1 million question for me. Again, $1 billion question for me, in fact. But then, obviously, now that I've taken the decision, now it's easier for me to concentrate on what I have for me in the future and in the present now. So, obviously, when you take such a big decision, it takes time, and a lot of thinking goes behind it. But now I'm like all in, man, all in now. So, looking forward to playing some good cricket here in the US and wherever I got the opportunities around the world, and obviously growing cricket in the US as well. And very lucky to have some good people around, good cricketers around. I think the training group which we have in the Bay Area is very good, and I toured around the entire country before signing up the contract, and I'm surprised to see so much of cricket happening in the US, which when I landed here I didn't have any idea. But the moment I landed up in the US and saw the amount of cricket which is being played here was something which just blew off my mind.
Oh, well, that's interesting that you mentioned that contract, because that's my next question for you. You just signed with Major League Cricket. The future certainly looks bright for you. What are you hoping to achieve with the Major League and also with USA Cricket on a whole?
Well, obviously, at the end of the day, for any cricketer, it's really important to play some good cricket, and that is also one of the reasons why I chose to come to the US, because looking at how things are going on right now in the US with the Major League coming up maybe next year, and the minor league starting here, and so many different tournaments happening around the year in the US. I think it really brings a lot of competitive cricket into the fold, into the mold. And yes, obviously, we all know that ICC regulations. So 3 years down the line, I also get eligible to play for the US national team, which would be a privilege to do that. I'm playing for any country. I think is something which is very special. And if not, if not India, then I'll be going all out for US as well. And I think at the end of the day, I feel that the world has become very global now, and the people here, I think the cricket-loving people here, I think they all talk the same language, so which is important as well. It doesn't make a difference where you're playing. Obviously, I do miss home, but then again, so many Indians in the Bay Area and around the country. I mean, I actually feel that I'm just playing for so many Indians out there in the US and with so many others, subcontinents and people from the Caribbean. So many cricketers are there from the Caribbean. People are there in sports-loving countries. So it's a good mix of culture, which is very special and which is very different to see, and it's exciting as well. So yeah, looking forward to the major league, the USA cricket in the next few years, and the minor league, and the growth of the cricket in the US in particular, in the coming years.
Well, we certainly are looking forward to seeing you back out on the park again this weekend. But that's the end of my questions. But before we go, one more trivia question for you. All right. So ready for this one?
I get it right.
Which country has played in the most World Cup finals? Is it A, Australia, B, England, or C, South Africa?
In the World Cup finals?
Yes.
Australia, England, and South Africa.
Africa.
South Africa, right? You're saying?
Yeah, Australia, England, or South Africa.
Finals?
Yeah.
Australia, man.
Australia.
Yeah.
Are you certain? Are you certain?
It can't be South Africa. South Africa hasn't won a World Cup till now. World Cup finals, right?
Yeah, World Cup final.
No, they were close to the World Cup finals. Not a South Africa. England. I think Australia. I've seen Australia so many times. Australia. I think.
Your final answer.
Australia.
You're correct.
In India we have this KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati. So the judge, I mean the guy who's asking the question, it was Amitabh Bachchan before, and then it was Shah Rukh Khan in the next season of it. They used to have questions, and then they used to give options, and they used to like, are you sure? And then they used to help out the contestant, right? Not like you, who's like, even if I'm going right, you're like, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You should give me out now. If I'm not right, then you should be saying this.
All right. So right now, all right, then I have another question. So you got one right, one wrong. Let's try to, see if you could either tip it in your favor, right? Which team did India defeat in the final of the 1983 World Cup? Is it A, England, B, Australia, or C, West Indies?
West Indies, my man.
Too easy, too easy.
I can't go wrong on this, man. People will boycott me if I get this wrong.
Well, there you go. 2 out of 3 correct. I'm hoping that your form is 3 out of 3 for this weekend and going on with the minor league tournament. But Unmukt, I want to say thank you for joining me and all the best for the tournament.
Thanks, Joel. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the minor league.